How obsessed, hold on a second. You know how obsessed America is with waistlines? You know, we talk about being, our diets all the time. But is being fat really such a bad thing? One of our next guests doesn't think so at all.
Yeah, in fact, she's happy being heavy, and she weighed in on the issue with this wildly popular video posted on YouTube. You've probably seen it.
I'm fat, and it's okay. It doesn't mean I'm stupid, or ugly, or lazy, or selfish. I'm fat.
Joy Nash is a proud size 18. The 26-year-old LA office temp has been hoping for her big break as an actress, but while waiting for an Oscar-winning role, Joy decided to make a video. She calls it a fat rant.
Fat! It's 3 little letters. What are you so afraid of?
It's her big, brawny, plus-size personal letter to America. Something fitting coming from a woman termed moderately obese by her doctors. But comfortable with every one of her 224 pounds.
Tell people how much you weigh. It's just a stinking number. It does not reflect on your intelligence, your work ethic, or your character.
It is not Jordan's fault that she's overweight. That's a problem.
But one woman who is very uncomfortable with Joy's joy, and anyone else not slim and trim, is MeMe Roth. MeMe got tempers boiling when she blasted American Idol winner Jordan Sparks as an unhealthy role model.
I think Jordan Sparks is the perfect mirror for, reflection of her generation, Generation O. A whole generation of children who are overweight, obese, hooked on soda pop, hooked on junk food, and destined for a lifetime of illness with a lesser life expectancy than their parents.
So the debate rages on. Close to 65% of adults in this country are overweight, and the number grows every year. Meanwhile, obesity in our teenagers has quadrupled in the past 30 years. Some food for thought.
All righty, so joining us now with the skinny on being fat from YouTube fame, Joy Nash. From National Action Against Obesity founder, MeMe Roth. And author of Don't Wait, psychotherapist and healthy living coach, Kelly Bliss. Thanks, guys, for joining us. So, Joy, we're going to start with you. Beautiful, beautiful girl. Why did you decide to do this video?
Well, I wrote it as an assignment for a class that I was in, but at the time, 6 years ago, my best friend had brain cancer, and it was really irritating for me to sit and listen to myself and other people make excuses as to why we couldn't do things, like you know, I can't ask this guy out, I'm too fat, I can't go scuba diving, I can't wear a sleeveless shirt, whereas my friend had no hair and a train track scar across her skull, and nothing was holding her back.
So go ahead, Mike. So you felt the need to do this.
Yeah.
And not put your life on hold is what you say in your video.
Absolutely.
And I want to hear a little bit more, because we were kind of talking over the video, just a little bit more about what you think of yourself and your body.
I like myself. I mean, it feels kind of weird to say that, you know. I mean, I don't.
It shouldn't feel weird to say that. I mean, it's a great thing that you're saying that.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think that there are way better things to be freaking out over and to be beating myself up besides the way that I look.
Do you have health problems? Any health problems?
No. Not so far.
And so you say that if you just eat properly and exercise, you exercise quite a bit,
yeah,
then you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. MeMe, what's wrong with that?
Well, there's nothing wrong with loving yourself. I think that's really important. And what would be more important, though, rather than just saying we love ourselves, what's important is to do it actively. And that means taking care of ourselves with healthful food choices and daily exercise, more than once or twice a week. We've gotten to the point in this country where we're normalizing obesity. We've gotten so used to seeing morbid obesity that when we see someone who's 10 to 20 pounds overweight, we think, oh, that's fine. It's not fine. An extra 10 to 20 pounds actually does increase your chances for disease and premature death.
We do have a problem with obesity in this country, especially among children. I think 30% is the number. 30% of kids here in America are obese.
Right. Overweight, right.
What's your problem with Jordan? I think Jordan looks fantastic. I met her. She was here in our studio. She's a big girl. I mean, she's no little tiny stick. But she looks solid, she looks healthy, and she's 17 years old.
Right, in so many ways, I think she's an excellent role model. And I'm glad you point out that she's 17. We know that before she became American Idol, she was a plus-size model and kind of got into this habit of saying, I'm just a normal teen, I love junk food, talking about pizza, pasta, steak, and eating 2 creme brulee. one, and we should love ourselves, and we should maybe love our curves like she says she loves her curves, but we don't want to give this message that it's a-okay to eat junk food all the time. To actually love yourself, it's not just saying it, you have to do it, and we want a role model who is all that she is, amazingly talented, an ebullient personality, and all that's going for her, but we have to be careful with these messages that we want to glorify junk food. It's not helping the kids.
Do you wish she had not won?
Oh, no, I never had said that. No, absolutely not. I think that for her, it's just this idea that she could maybe talk a little bit, or either avoid it altogether, or talk a little bit more, not so much about the junk food and other things that could maybe lead to healthy living.
Do you think, physically, what do you think of her?
I don't know her exact weight at this point. We know that she was already wearing plus-size clothing at age 12. And you know what? Outrage is understandable, and when you said 17, she's still a child. The outrage should be guided to the parents and the factors that contributed to it having a weight problem at such an early age.
Joy, respond a little bit before we go to Kelly.
As far as plus-size clothing, everybody knows about vanity sizing. 10 years ago, the size, or whatever, 20 years ago, a size 14 was a size 8. You know, the numbers go smaller. A 00 didn't exist 5 years ago. You know, so like a number on her size, I don't think really relates to whether or not she's fat or healthy or unhealthy.
But we wouldn't want any of our children already having to dress in plus-size clothing. I don't know if any of you have gotten your new Lands' End catalog for kids. Not only does it have husky now, it has plus size for children. That should be alarming to all of us.
You're afraid it's normalizing this?
It's absolutely been normalized. We're trying to get to this point where we're like, I love my body, I love my curves. And loving ourselves isn't just saying those words. If we want to instill positive body image and avert any eating disorder of either extreme, we want to teach our kids from day one how to take care of themselves. That's really loving your body, not eating whatever you want, only occasionally exercising, and then saying, I love myself.
Now, Jordan's probably 5'9", 5'10".
She's probably taller than that.
Yeah. 5'10" and a half is what I understand.
5'10" and a half?
Yeah, I'm 5'9". She's taller than me.
She was taller than you? So, Kelly, where do you think she should be as far as weight?
That's a beautiful question, Mike. I don't think weight is the issue. I think, MeMe, you have something here when you point out self-care and self-love. I don't think the issue is that we have a weight problem in America or an obesity problem. I think we have an issue of needing better nutrition and a more active lifestyle. There is a basic assumption, MeMe, in what you're saying and what many people say. The assumption is anybody who eats healthy and exercises daily, a nice, good amount, is going to be lean. And you happen to be looking at a cute little chubby woman who exercises 10 hours a week, because I teach 5 aerobic classes a week, and I don't drive, and so I walk another hours a week. I eat meticulously because I'm in the midst of ameliorating my epilepsy with an amazingly excellent diet. And I still happen to be a cute little chubby woman.
Looking at the three of you,
Well,
though.
I think you're cute, too.
You're cute.
What I'm saying
But for
is,
the most part, people who do exercise daily and are making healthful food choices are going to benefit. We will all benefit, and we would all agree that there's a broad spectrum of healthy weight in between obesity and anorexia, and that's where we want to be.
Without being thin.
Yeah, I'm not pushing thin. Like I said, broad spectrum of healthy weight in between obesity and anorexia. That's really what we want to encourage. And when it comes to kids, it is about prevention. We don't want to wait till they're already having a weight problem and expect to retrain all of their eating habits. It's too late.
You're thin.
No, actually, it's interesting that you say that.
You don't think you're thin?
No, no, no. Let's talk about that. I've been called skeletal. I've been called anorexic. Do you know what the truth is? I have a BMI of 20, and that plays back to this normalizing of obesity. I'm not even medically underweight.
Body mass index.
We've gotten so used
perhaps
to seeing
is that
overweight.
normalizing extreme thinness. For example, here I am, and I'm counted as not moderately obese, not obese. I count as extremely obese with my healthy lifestyle and my genes and my medical history. I think the goal of focusing on weight, small, medium, or large, is a fallacy. Whatever your genetics, whatever your lifestyle, whatever your life history, on any given day, here you are. What you're responsible for is to do the best thing you can for yourself. I'd like you to think about our kids.
MeMe, when you look at, let's say, when you look at Joy, for instance, and you saw her video.
Right.
What are your
Great
concerns
job.
about her physiologically?